Good morning. It's a beautiful morning today. I'm just in the back garden today and I'm going to try and plant some more buckets out. As you know, we do a lot of back door bucket gardening with the salad. Well, we are this year anyways. So I'm going to get some more started now. As I've kind of got the greenhouse emptied out and all the other buckets are well on their way. So one of my aims this year is to try and keep our harvest going as long as possible this year, instead of just all at once and then nothing, which I've in my inexperience in previous years, that's kind of what's happened. I'm going to put some beetroot in. I'm going to sow these leeks. It says you can only sow those to April, so obviously it's late, but I'm going to sow them outdoors in the bucket. If I can get them to grow, I'll then transfer them up to the allotment at a later date. Another load of rocket to go in. I've got these mustard and cress seeds that you can sow on your windowsill all year round. I'm just going to put them all together in one. I've got some Autumn King carrots. I'm doing all my carrots in buckets this year. And I've got these edamame beans, which are soybeans. I'm going to try them in a bucket, and I've just got a little, one of those little pyramid, I'll show you at the end, pyramid climbing things. I'll just push in there, give it a try, and another bit of lettuce to keep it going for later in the year. So I'm going to just fill these buckets up now with compost, and we'll crack on and do that. I'm going to start off with these edamame beans. It says plant them 15 centimetres apart, so in they go. We'll see what happens. And this is the tripod thing that we can stick in, so I'll just shove that in there, and if they germinate they'll grow up there. It should look quite decorative, apart from the horrible black bucket at the bottom, like, but never mind. I'm going to plant the cress and mustard seed in here. It's like the kind of thing you used to do when you were in the primary school, isn't it? Or Millie Molly Mandy would do. I think she planted cress and mustard. So I'm just going to scatter them and then cover them with a little bit of compost. And you just, well, everybody knows how to use cress. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. Be nice for a little sandwich though, won't it? In. Again, I'm planting my beetroot very closely. I'm just going to be pulling them out as they grow and let the bigger ones grow on, or the smaller ones grow on, pick out the bigger ones, whichever way you want to look at it. Just give them a little push down and then cover them with a bit of compost. just got to find some way to put these buckets now. We're absolutely stored out with them. And if you wanted to do something like this, but you don't like these horrible buckets, you could always use nice pots. We've got plenty of nice pots, but I've more or less got flowers in those this year. I think I did use them for veg last year. Well, I've got a little bit of a predicament on my hands. I really tried to label properly this year, and I started off well, but it's completely gone awry now. And apparently, looking at these packets, I've sowed 5 different types of tomatoes. Don't know what I was thinking, and they're all mixed up. Now, last year I grew Gardener's Delight and Moneymaker, and I know that they worked outside at the allotment well. I know I had a better summer, so I still don't know whether that'll work. So I've got these tomatoes here, I've got these, I've got these, and I've got these, and they're all mixed up. Well, these ones I actually know are Gardener's Delight and Moneymaker. I had a right job getting them to germinate. I had to bring them in the house, so I know that they are tall ones, and that's actually the issue. One variety of these, Tumbling Tom, red Tumbling Tom, or a you know, well, what would you call not a tall one, a tumbling one? I've forgotten the word. Anyway, some of them are them, and I need to sort it out because I'm obviously going to plant them differently. The rest I've got, as I say, Gardener's Delight, Sun Gold. I think there was only 10 seeds in that packet. I wonder whether any of them germinated. I've got Red Cherry, which are apparently a tall one. I think you call them indeterminates or determinates. I haven't figured that bit out yet. Tall ones and tumbling ones, that's all I know. So basically what I'm going to have to do is just try and look at the growth on each tomato and try and figure out which ones might be tumbling. And at least I've got these to compare with. But we'll see how we get on. And I'm just going to sort them out. And I want to put the tumbling ones at the edges of some raised beds and maybe in a hanging basket as well. But that's not going to be today. I'm just going to try and sort these out today. So wish me luck with that. It's another day, and here we are at the allotment. We've been getting a lot of sea mists over the last week, coming in the morning. Sometimes they've been staying all day. Me and Kenny have been having a discussion about this morning. Maybe you lot could pitch in the comments and let me know. I would call this a sea fret. It's like a fog coming over from the sea. He says that's a northeast of England term, and I don't think it is. And also another term that we both use is a har. And we used to live in Aberdeen in the northeast of Scotland, and again he says that's a northeast of Scotland term. A fret or a har, what would you call a sea mist? Plan today is I've got some of my cabbages that I put in a couple of weeks ago. I don't exactly know what's wrong with them, but just 2 or 3 are kind of wilting away, just look as if they're dying back. So I've got lots of spares, so I'm going to plant these in. What else am I going to do? I've got a little celery plant, I'll show you, and I'm going to put some lettuce seed in, so we'll crack on. By and large, my cabbages and broccoli and kale are coming on beautifully. but there are just a few that don't look too good. That's a broccoli. I might leave that one, I'm not sure. But that little one there, yeah, I'll pull that out and put something else in. And there's a couple more that don't look too good, so I'm going to take them out as well. Oh, that was just literally rotted into the ground there. So I think I'll take that one out as well, because that'll be the same. No root. This one here is awfully slug eaten or something. I'm just going to take it out. I've got lots of space, so I might as well use them and put in big healthy plants. So as you can see, they're quite leggy. What I'm going to do is I'll just take off that and that. You can take off the bottom couple of straggly leaves like that one I show you. I'm going to take off those, and then I'm going to bury them deep, you know, right the way up, and hopefully that's going to encourage it to get some stronger roots and be a stronger plant all around. That's nicer, isn't it? This is my little celery plant that I've got, grown from seed. Sowed quite a few, and I've ended up with just the one. I have heard that it's quite hard to grow celeries from seeds, so at least I got one. I'm just going to pop it in this border here. This is supposed to be the self-blanching type. The only other time I've grown celery was last year, when I had just bought celery from the supermarket, and you know how you chop off the end, usually toss it away. I just put it in water in a saucer on the windowsill, and it rooted down and then grew shoots, and I planted it in the allotment, and we had celery all season. It wasn't the kind of celery that you could maybe use in a salad or something like that. It was quite tough and green. I believe you've got to cover them with a clay pot or something to get the stalks to be nice and white and tender. It was fine for cooking though. If I was making a stock or something like that, I used it all year, and I even had cut a bag in the freezer for making stock until quite recently. So I'm not sure what this will be like. As I say, it's supposed to be self-blanching, but we'll see. One lonely little plant. And I'm going to put some, scatter some lettuce seeds in there, try and keep me provision for lettuce going for much longer this year. I made the mistake last year of just planting everything at once at the beginning, rookie's mistake, and then not continuing on. I tried a little bit, but this is about my third planting of lettuce now to try and keep us going for much longer. It's just a mixed, it says mixed salad leaves lettuce. It's you know, dark redder lettuces and greener lettuces. And I'm going to have a break after this because Kenny's going to come and start the strimming in the allotment. The grass gets really tall all up the paths and round the sides of the beds, and that's desperate to be done. And it's a bit noisy. And he strims right next to me ear when he does it. So I'm going to leave him to do that on his own.